everyone! Welcome to this pilot episode of Two Puzzle Unicorns. I'm Tammy McLeod.
And I'm Yvonne Feucht.
We compete together as a pair in speed puzzling competitions.
And this is a show where we talk about all things puzzle related.
And compete against each other in the kind of events that you'll never see at a proper competition.
And we'll be giving away this puzzle that we're working on right now, so stay tuned to find out how to enter. How did you get into puzzling, Tammy?
My family always kind of puzzled on a very casual basis. We had one grown-up puzzle that my parents would bring out every few months and put out, and then I'll try to solve it over and over.
Grown-up?
It was one of those 500 pieces. It was a picture of a barn. There was trees around it. All the other puzzles
so it
we had
wasn't
were
like kid puzzle. I see.
It was not one of those 24-piece Mickey Mouse puzzles. we had a few of those, but the grown-up puzzle was like pieces like this.
Right, I see.
How about you, Yvonne? How did you get into puzzling?
When I was a kid, my mom and I puzzled together, and we were poor, so we only had this one puzzle that I got from a yard sale out east, and it was like missing 3 pieces. But I remember it was like all these like little groups of like different knickknacks and things, like a paperclip pile, a sunglasses pile, and some other stuff. And I've been trying to find it again just so I can relive my childhood. But you know, I don't know what brand or make or model or anything like that, so it might be impossible to find.
I think mine was a Milton Bradley, and I think I was trying to do the same thing, track down the same puzzle from my childhood.
Yeah.
But red barns, unfortunately, happen to be a very common theme.
That's true. Red barns are a very common theme. You are the Guinness World Record holder right now for the Hasbro 250-piece something.
For the Guinness 250-piece Hasbro puzzle.
Yeah, there you go. What made you decide to go and do that?
I actually knew some people who set a world record for escape rooms, which got me browsing the Guinness World Record site, trying to find a record that I could possibly have a chance at breaking. Mm-hmm. And then I found a jigsaw puzzle one which hadn't been set which was last set in 2014. And this was in 2020. And I thought to myself, I could do that. So I started practicing it for a few weeks, and I got better at it. And so I decided to apply.
Nice.
So you're the U.S. national champion from 2022.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get into speed puzzling?
Well, I actually used to puzzle. Well, I still puzzle with her too. An old college buddy of mine, and whenever we got together and puzzled, she's always like, "You're really fast. Just do this as a thing." And I was like, I looked up some speed puzzling competitions, but the ones I saw were the Winter Carnival and then the Pacific Puzzlers down in San Diego, and they were all team based, so I didn't have a team, so there was no reason for me to drive 300 miles. No, that's not 300 miles.
60 miles.
Is it 60 miles? To San Diego?
You can look it up.
I think it's 150, because it's half.
That's true.
Of 300. and for maybe a chance to meet some people that might maybe let me puzzle with them, and then also Winter Carnival was plane ticket away. So I was like, oh, I don't have a team, it's not worth it. So I never got into it really until COVID hit. And guess what? Contest went online, and so it was easy to just sign up and Zoom a contest, and then that's how Allie found me, because I was on the standings for Jonathan Clough's speed puzzling contests, and she was like, "Oh, she's in Southern California and she's fast. Let's call her up and ask her to join our team." And then she introduced me to Andrew and you, because Andrew lives like less than a mile away from me, surprisingly, and then you. And then that's how we became pairs partners.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. How did you get into speed puzzling?
I was desperate to find speed puzzling events in Southern California, and I did find the same speed puzzling events in San Diego. But unlike you, I was desperate enough to make a drive without a team. And they paired me up with completely random people. And I think we got second place that first time I was there.
Oh, really? Nice.
And as a result, the organizer he spoke to me and said, there's this person you should talk to. This girl called Allie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I don't know who Allie is, but sure. And the next time I went back to San Diego, I competed and Allie beat me. And I was like,
Allie beat you?
she did beat me, but I think that wasn't her first time doing that puzzle.
Oh, okay.
And so that's when I realized, oh my gosh, there are other fast people around. So I invited her to, well, I sort of asked her, would you be crazy enough to go to Minnesota in the middle of winter with me to do a puzzling competition? And she said yes.
Okay. So she was crazy enough.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, so enough about us. Let's see. Is there any puzzling events that you're excited for in the future coming up?
Well, in a couple of months is the Puzzle Parley. It's a convention for wooden jigsaw puzzle makers. And I am picking that up as a new hobby. And
How many hobbies do you have, Tammy?
how long do you have for me to listen?
How long do you guys have?
Puzzle Parley seems like it'll be a good place for me to learn more about how to be a better jigsaw puzzle cutter. So I'm very excited for that. And to meet other people who also just like wooden jigsaw puzzles. I think that's happening in a couple of months now.
Yeah,
that's
that
probably...
would be July. And this episode will probably come out before then, so... Where would you rank Nationals as your favorite puzzle thing?
Well,
event?
I think I like Nationals because all the people from around the US made the effort to fly out there and we got to see so many puzzlers.
That's true. Yeah.
That was like, I think my favorite part of the Nationals, even though I was working, so I hardly got to spend time with anybody. Did you see anybody cool at Nationals this year?
I loved meeting all the artists because I get so much joy out of making their puzzles, and then it's very nice to be able to like tell them that how much I love their puzzles and like the joy that I get from them. But I also too was running around like crazy, so I didn't have as much time as I wanted to hang out with everyone. And then all my puzzle buddies from out of state that I never see, and then I'm like, hi, bye, I gotta go. so sorry, guys. I get to hang out, and if you're going to Puzzle Parlay, I will not be running around like crazy, so I get to hang out with you then.
So not counting the puzzle illustrators that you met in person at Nationals,
Oh, okay.
who would be among your favorite ones?
Oh, artists. I have a sweet spot for Amy Stewart. I love her stuff.
This one's not an Amy Stewart.
This is not an Amy Stewart, but Amy's well represented by these puzzles back here because her puzzles just make me happy. They're just like really colorful and happy puzzles, and that's all. A lot of us do puzzles to escape and I don't know what else to say. Like you want it to be a happy experience, not a painful experience. So like, Amy Stewart is my go-to. What about you? Do you have any favorite artists?
I don't have a favorite artist, but the thing you said about puzzles helping you escape, I do puzzles because I like the solution. I'm a puzzle solver for not just jigsaw puzzles, but logic puzzles.
I often say that I like to do puzzles because I am bringing order to chaos, and there is an order to this. Finite order, like finite solve. There's not an infinite. There's just one. But you just like doing the solve? You don't actually like chilling out and doing a puzzle? I guess you don't ever chill
I'm a
out.
speed puzzler. Speed puzzlers have no chill.
But I'm a speed puzzler too.
Well, I guess if I made myself puzzle out of the box, that would be when I do not speed puzzle.
Yeah. Well, that's how I started it. Before I speed puzzled, I was a box picker, as I like to say. All the pieces were in the box, and I would just search through it and pick up a piece, and then I'd be like, oh, let's see, this one would go...
Fine, take all the pieces.
Here. Sorry, I took all the pieces. And then I would search for the next one, and then I would be like, oh, it goes here.
My turn.
But that's what I was. I was a box picker. That's what I like to call it. And then speed puzzling introduced to my life, dumping out the pieces and spreading them out so you could see them all. And that was a new concept. Mind blown. By the way, it's time to reveal the secret word.
I picked one. I like that there are butterflies in this puzzle, so let's use the word butterfly.
So leave a comment with the word butterfly, and we'll randomly select one of you to receive this puzzle.
By the way, Yvonne, what is a puzzle unicorn?
It is a term that describes a puzzle that you want, but you have not been able to find for a decent price usually, because sometimes puzzle unicorns cost absurd amount of money.
That is true.
Do you have a puzzle unicorn?
I did. It was the Star Wars 18,000 piece giant puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you got it recently, though.
I was recently actually able to find it for a price I was willing to pay. How about you? What is your puzzle unicorn?
Well, I had one. It was Amy Stewart's. Well, there was two actually. There was Amy Stewart's Stitch in Time, which I managed to find for a decent price, and so I no longer am looking for it. And then the other one, my friend Jamie found at a garage for $20. It was one of the last of the My Havens that I didn't have, so that I got lucky and I managed to get that. But
Right now, all the puzzles that I'm looking for are the ones that haven't been released in the US.
oh yes, that's true. It's I feel like our new puzzle unicorns are always like the latest speed puzzling the ones like Canada's Canada's just had their championship, and we were looking for theirs to compare our times. And then also, what was the other ones?
Paris postcard? I want Paris postcard.
Oh yes, yeah, Paris postcard. Australia also just had their championship at the end of the year last year, and then somebody else had their championship. Was it Sweden? It was Norway. Norway, Sweden.
I'm not going to try.
Not gonna try? Okay. It's
I
listed
really
on
can't-
the World Federation page, and we were looking at all those puzzles because that's what we want to,
Practice on.
practice, compete against other people. It's like we're always looking to get better.
We also want to know how we stand when we compete against them at the actual World Championships.
That is true.
Hey Yvonne, what's the hardest puzzle you've ever done?
It was a custom puzzle that somebody gifted me that had a lot of black in it, and it was. I think I roped you into helping me.
I remember that puzzle. That's how I taught you to look very carefully at the shape of the knobs.
That's how you taught me how to recognize things. Now I don't know. Oh, wait, that's one good. And what is the hardest puzzle you've ever done? It's not the balloons, is it?
It is. It was a 1,000-piece hot air balloons puzzle that was 90% sky. And the sky all looked like the exact same shade of blue. There wasn't even a gradient on it. I took 9 hours to finish it.
You did it straight too, right? Did you?
I did
Pretty
it.
much, yeah.
I did it in one sitting with a time lapse going the entire way. And it went all afternoon and almost all night. And my back hurt for 2 weeks after that.
Yeah. It took me 14 hours to. Why are you making faces at me?
The picture I took of Aaron. That puzzle.
I haven't done that one yet.
So it's not the hardest one
It's
she's
not
ever done.
I haven't the hardest puzzle. My husband George also gave me a custom puzzle.
see
It's black and white. And
It's a beautiful picture.
It's a gorgeous picture, but it's black and white of my child, and lovely, great, 1,000 pieces. I don't know if I can ever.
Lots of solid gray tone. 1,000 pieces.
I don't know if this will ever be done
the two
because
of you
it's the
can-
hardest puzzle ever because I'm not going to do it. So it's not going to be one that I've done.
Negative space of just one tone of gray.
But you know this picture so well, so you guys should do it as a anniversary hangout retreat.
I think we would be divorced by the end.
I will get 3 pieces in.
Last piece.
Last piece. Oh,
Who
who
gets
gets the cut? Who gets to do it?
Get honest. You bought this puzzle.
Ta-da!
We got these mugs from The Puzzle Republic.
Check out their site for cool puzzle gear. This puzzle we just finished is called The Perfect Piece. Peace. And I thought it was apt because, this is me and Tammy doing a puzzle, and I have a puzzle cat that's very afraid of us right now. Probably underneath the bed.
And look, it matches us.
Yep. Do it.
Hey, you said you brought us puzzles so that we can compete against each other.
Yep. I figured...
Unicorns! Sorry.
I figured we were 2 unicorns, so we can do 2 unicorn puzzles. All right, we gotta clean up this puzzle and make some space for us to compete. Wait. How do you want to do this?
We can only build them with these.
All right, let's put this away so we can get to the contest. Right, here we go.
All right, I'm counting down.
Uh-huh.
All right. 99. 98. 97. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Race!
Oh, God. All right.
This is a new one.
I can't use my hand. What if
Sit
I
on
use-
your hand.
What if I do this?
Oh, I mean, that's using chopsticks, so
I mean, right? Yeah.
yeah, there's no reason you have to stick to proper chopsticks technique. Oh my god. What are we doing?
But then I have to put them together somehow. Is this possible?
I mean,
I can flip them easy. I don't know if I could put them together.
blow on them and hope for the best. I mean, that's how you usually puzzle anyway, right?
Just,
I talk like that, but you're the US champion and I'm not, so, you know.
well, you are only not because you couldn't compete. I feel like we would have been close.
Next time I can compete.
I know.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'll just be further down the standings.
I did this whole thing backwards.
What did you do backwards?
I mean, people usually are like an Olympian first, and then after that they run the organization and give back to the sport.
Oh, I see.
I started the organization first and then started competing.
But that's okay because you wanted to compete, and you had to make a thing happen in order for you to compete.
I gave the best years of my puzzling life to running the sport.
We really appreciate it, Tammy, though, because if it weren't for you, we would not have the. I don't think the USA jigsaw would be anywhere close to what we have now. Yeah, I don't even know who would have the idea to do it. Are we even close to being done?
I haven't finished flipping yet. You're almost done. You're ahead.
No, I'm not even close.
You are almost flipped over. I haven't. I've still got like 10 more pieces to flip over, and my hands are already cramping up.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe this. Maybe you have the right idea, using them as sticks instead of chopsticks. That's it. Oh my god, this is so much easier. What was I? I should have been copying off you the whole time.
How would a normal person do this?
This is not normal.
I,
Putting a jigsaw puzzle together with chopsticks, it does not.
I
in
got
any
one.
way-
One piece.
He's so far ahead of me.
One piece in. One piece in.
Fine, you're going to get to be the queen of chopstick puzzling.
I want to just use my teeth.
Your teeth are part of you and unfortunately are off limits for this event.
Oh no.
Whose idea was this?
This was your idea.
Shh, I take no responsibility. This is terrible.
How easy do you think it is?
I have no idea. I've never chopstick puzzled before. I have no
I feel
benchmark.
like
Are we the
my
first people in the world to try puzzle with chopsticks?
I don't know. That's a good question. If anyone else out there has puzzled with chopsticks before, please leave a comment. Oh no, is this your pieces or my pieces?
Are we doing that again?
This is your fault.
I didn't touch any pieces with my hands.
I didn't touch any pieces with my hands. I just looked over and I was like, are these pieces your pieces or my pieces? I was puzzling far away from you. And then I looked over and I was like, whose pieces are those?
If you're puzzling far away from me, then why? Then fine, I'll take them. Don't blame me if you're missing pieces at the end. 10 seconds for every missing piece, right? That's how the USA JPA counts.
What, are these yours or mine?
I don't mind. I don't know.
Sabotage. I think Tammy's trying to sabotage me. Tammy's the saboteur.
The internet song that I used to sing is called Pink Fluffy Unicorns.
Pink fluffy unicorns.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
I'm cramping.
I know, holding it like that was cramping. That's why I switched to like sticks instead of the chopping. Is that what you call? Is that what you call chopsticks? Like because putting them together like click click chop chop. You know, the Chinese name for chopsticks is 筷子, which means the quick. Yeah, it's quick.
It's quick.
Is it because they're fast?
I mean, I guess you could eat really fast with them, can you?
I think they're just versatile. That's why they're more popular. They can be forks. You can stab with them. They can be spoons if you shovel. They can be knives if you like press down with force.
Oh, this is really cramping my hand. Is that yours or mine? God damn it.
That one's mine.
I'm taking
That one's
this one.
mine. That one's mine.
I'm taking it.
I don't have one of those.
Fine, I'll take
You
it.
have your own. Just because you haven't put that piece in doesn't mean when you see it's yours.
Well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have dumped your pieces over here. Is this your piece or my piece? Oh, well, it's
I
my
think we
piece now.
established that these pieces were all mine.
It's mine now.
Fine, I better build faster.
Early bird gets the worm.
My worms, cheater. You have all those puzzles on your side of the table.
What puzzles?
The pieces. You have the same pieces over there. I'm going to come over to your side of the table and shop.
Well, you are the person who put the pieces right there.
Oh! That's because some of us trust other people.
Well, that's your first mistake.
Today I learned how...
that's-
I'm exactly how undexterous I am with chopsticks.
I'm missing a piece. Is it over here?
OMG.
What if I take this piece?
What?
Where's the piece? This one. This one's my piece. I'm taking it back.
This is not how jigsaw puzzle competitions work.
What do you mean? You're the one who stole the pieces in the first place. I gotta take them back if you stole them.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
I just need to find all the pieces you stole from me.
I didn't steal anything.
I already had to steal one back.
I mean, we didn't say anything in the rules about that.
No. Oh, I stole this piece from you.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna give you that one back.
Thank you for your honesty.
Oh, you mean next time I should keep it? That's right. That's a good idea.
What?
Good strategy. Thanks for telling me.
I'm trying to tell you I appreciate your honesty.
But it's a good idea. I could just keep it and then I would win.
Bully. Maybe I should just take some of your pieces on purpose. For real. Like, no, instead of on accident. I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake in not using this as actual chopsticks.
Maybe I misled you in the beginning.
Yeah, I think you did. That was your strategy all along.
Flipping was easier as...
See, I flipped using them as chopsticks and now I try to assemble using them as not chopsticks. And so I'm doing the worst of both worlds. Do you think this will pass the pickup test?
No. Can you pick it up with chopsticks?
I'll be happy if it stays together when I pick it with hands. I think that needs to be a final qualification. Like, we need to put them together firmly enough that they will pick up. Because every time I put a piece in position, I spend like another 3 seconds just trying to like hammer it into place in like the position properly. Otherwise, I could just like randomly like, sort of put it over its spot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying that I'm not doing this correctly because I'm not putting them in.
You're doing it fine. You're just doing it faster because you're not doing what I'm doing.
I don't know. I think my pieces are pretty flat.
Fine. Well, then it should pass the pickup test.
I think that's sabotage.
Seeing how that you're ahead of me, I would willing to sabotage you any way I can.
Because it takes time to pick up a piece. I like immediately know what my next piece is.
I mean, I know where the pieces go. I just have to. The problem is picking them up and putting them in place.
See, I did not steal any of your pieces. You stole pieces from me. I had to take them back from you.
No, I had to make sure to take those pieces. Those were my pieces.
No, but you had one of my pieces that were right here in the middle of the thing.
Your piece came over to my side.
See, I don't think. See, you're not doing very good with like putting the pieces in. Look at, they're falling apart. You're the one who said I should do a pickup challenge. I think my pieces stay together pretty well.
All right, fine.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sure.
Like this.
Sure.
Nope.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear.
Puzzle rub. Done.
Puzzles with chopsticks.
Ow.
Good for your muscles along this side of your hand.
Next time, Left-handed chopsticks.
No, that's not gonna work.
Well, I guess we're crowning Yvonne as the queen of chopstick puzzling today.
Not something that I'm gonna write home about, but it was a good hand workout. That's it. This has been a pilot episode of the Two Puzzled Unicorns.
And if you have any ideas on what we should cover in a future episode, leave us a comment below.
But we can't do it without your support, so please like and subscribe.
And thank you for watching.
Also, we would like to thank my hubby George for donating his time and talents. And thanks to Soul for lending us his sound equipment. We're going to try this puzzle pickup. Is this like a over the credits?
Blooper reel.
Blooper reel?
Oh god. No, it's not going to pick up. It's not going to pick up.